What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Urban Ski Gaming. This week we will be taking a look at 1-2 Switch and kind of giving our first impressions, our overview. We just started playing this last week maybe? I think it was last week. And I think we really instantly fell in love with it. So we have picked it up, and right away I wasn't too sure about it, but I have really falling in love with it. So this is sort of the opening screen. Each time you start up the game, you'll go through this. You got to shake each Joy-Con. That way it just is sort of showing you, hey, look, you're going to feel some rumbling effects and stuff like that on each Joy-Con. Then, from there, you get into the main menu. I think here, I had never experienced this before, but I think this is just sort of like a, hey, here's a random game, and this is what you want to play. You know, so it's kind of a cool thing to show you. So baseball is one of the games. But then, yeah, you can just go through and sort of select from the menu here. So you've got a bunch of different games. I know the main ones that everybody's already seen is the Quick Draw. That's kind of the big one that's been shown off, and that's everybody's really favorite. But you've got a lot of other ones. Soda Shake, Shade, Joy-Con Rotation, Table Tennis, Baby, Fake Draw, Baseball, Eating Contest, Beach Flag, Wizard, Sword Fight, Boxing Gym, Plate Spin, Copy Dance, Runway, Air Guitar, Dance Off, Gorilla, Telephone, Ball Count, Zen, Treasure Chest, Milk, Safe Crack, Quick Draw, Samurai Training. So some different games. And when you stop on a game and you want to select it, it'll kind of go through this tutorial for you for each game. This one is showing us how to play the Safe Crack game. It just sort of goes through it. I think you kind of have to go through it, unfortunately, the first time that you play each game, each time that you play it for the first time. Just kind of a downside. I understand maybe wanting to go through it the very first time you play any of them. But, you know, if I'm coming back to the game 6-7 times in different sessions, I shouldn't have to, in my opinion, I shouldn't have to go through this tutorial if I've already played it a bunch of times. So this was just me sort of testing out this game. It's kind of weird, not going to lie, not 100% on it. Obviously, it was a little tough because I was trying to do both to show how it works. But, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling the different rumble that it says you're supposed to feel in order to know where each number is. Again, I don't know if that's partially because I had one in each hand that I was trying to move at separate times, but just a little weird for me. Not 100% sure on how this is supposed to go. But I'm sure we'll play it eventually and we'll figure it out. I did get one number, but I could not find another number for the life of me. So not 100% sure where this goes, how this goes, but an interesting game nonetheless, I suppose. Not all of them are going to be winners. I mean, this is, let's be honest, it's a tech demo for the most part, so not every game is going to be a 100% winner. But as we kind of sit here watching this game a little bit, overall, really like the game. Don't necessarily love the price, but you know, I think it's definitely one that is worth the time and the effort. It's pretty fun. Games are goofy, and we always have a bunch of comments on all these people like, hey, look, that's Carol from Last Man on Earth, or looks like Curtis is the, you know, it's pretty funny. But eating contest. So let's show you some eating contests here. So we'll get first the clip of me playing, but first we got to go through the tutorial. Well, I guess you didn't go through the tutorial so much in this one. But first time, you kind of see me face on And I didn't realize that you're not really getting the full effect of it. They did pretty good. Hungry Tony. I mean, that is, I think, the top that we've seen so far, maybe? Although, maybe my dad got slightly ahead of that. I don't remember. Played it one more time. This time I did sort of the side profile so you can see the jaw moving. It's pretty funny. But I'll let you watch.
Now hold that position. 3, 2, 1, go! That's it!
So if you watched the vlog this week, you did see some of these clips, but I'm going to show you now my dad playing this game.
There you go.
Now hold that position. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, now he's got it.
Put this on fast forward, it'd be so funny. Exercise, right?
Really fun. So I thought it was pretty cool that he got in on it and humored me a little bit there. But, so, you know, we can go back to the main menu, and again, we'll kind of look at some of these. So see, some of these I don't think they ever showed off. Wizard was completely new to me. I actually have not played it yet, so this was actually my first time even just watching the tutorial. Looks pretty interesting. I'm sure there's a little more to it than the tutorial necessarily shows, but I don't know. A lot of these games are really goofy and silly, but they're a lot of fun. We've had a ton of fun playing. My mom really likes the boxing one, even though I wind up kicking her butt all the time. She enjoys just throwing the punches. Haven't played Runway yet either. This is a weird one. Again, I think there's a lot of really goofy games, and it's a tech demo more than anything. And that being said, though, I think it's definitely worth the pickup. My only gripe really is with the price. I don't love the price. You know, I paid it to support Nintendo and to sort of support the system, but I can understand other people not wanting to. That being said, I think if you do buy it and you have a group of friends and you do a lot of party games or have people over a lot or go over to places with your Switch, it's definitely one that you can get your money's worth for sure. I mean, we had a ton of fun playing this, and I got my mom really into it, and she was having a bunch of fun playing these games. Me and my brother Tom played way more than we thought we would when we first tried it out. So it's definitely worth your money, even if the money is not where I would love it to be. But you know, it definitely has gotten its money's worth, and will probably continue to get its money's worth with me. I've really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun playing with people, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a chance to play again this weekend. So this one's Soda Shaker. This one's an interesting one. This is literally, it's like hot potato. So you are shaking up the soda bottle, and you kind of get a lot of haptic feedback on the Joy-Con. And it sort of gets you the feeling like, okay, you know, when you get a lot of haptic feedback, then you know that the carbonation is really getting going. So you're going to want to play it out like that, and you know, as hot potato, you'll see what happens when you're the loser. are the loser. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, like I say, coming back to it, show you some more clips here from a couple other games that we had. One of me playing the quick draw with my mother, and then one of Tom playing against my mom, or our mom.
Lower your guns.
Face each other. Ready. Steady. Fire!
What was our reaction? Ah, you shut the dirt. 4-4-2!
Face each other. Ready. Steady. Fire!
I think I pulled the trigger too slow. I think I had my arm fast.
So overall, like I said, really, once you get past the price point and you just sort of commit to it, you're going to have a ton of fun with this game. We've really enjoyed it. We've really had a good time ourselves, and I think it's something that's definitely going to get a lot of use. Goofy gaming time with the roommate, fun gaming time with my mom. Again, getting my mom, that's to me one of the things I love about it, is that it kind of bridges that gap with people. It's a game that really anyone can play. My mother is not a gamer by any means. She, plays Pac-Man or whatever, but nothing major. And so this was really fun to get her to play this and to have some fun. And God, she was cracking up at a lot of these, as you probably saw in the clip there. So much fun. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And we haven't had my nieces play yet, but I definitely even think that there's some of these that would be really fun for them. So something I look forward to getting to try out with some of them. Just to really, like I say, it's a goofy game. It's a fun game. I think it's something that anybody and everybody can play. And it's a good just laugh and a good party game and a good thing to bring people together. So again, once you get past that price point and you really just commit to it, it's 100% worth buying. So I definitely recommend picking this up. I think it's definitely an essential to have with your Nintendo Switch, especially right away here. When we have Zelda, which is taking up all of our time for all of us, but when you just need a break from Zelda and you need something that you can play with your friends and play with the party and the group of people that you're with, definitely 1-2 Switch. Ton of fun and a lot of laughs. So on my rating, I would probably give it, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10. Again, it's not, the most technically crazy, amazing game, but it's a bunch of fun. It's a lot of laughs, and it's a good time had by all. So definitely one to pick up, and definitely one to get your playtime with. But that is going to wrap up this week's episode of Urban Ski Gaming. If you liked this video, go ahead and destroy that like button, hit that subscribe button. We bring out new videos every couple of days here. And this is, the gaming, a lot of times it is actual gameplay for me, but sometimes we're going to do some stuff like this, and we're just going to do some reviews. But as always, we will catch you all on the flip side and see you in the game.